Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, along with the panel, we've got the breaking news just in. Paula Asteria, Brent Cousins, and Dr. J's joining us in tonight's episode to go over the craziest new UFO evidence to Third Phase of Moon. So let's rock it. Give us a big thumbs up. Let's roll the first one right now of what looks to be some kind of translucent flying saucer captured on camera. Take a look at this. Incredible footage. In my opinion, we're looking at something legit. Is this an NHI craft, a non-human intelligence craft being piloted by an unknown species, not of this planet? I know it sounds crazy, but we're looking at something that defies, in my opinion, the laws of physics, or seemingly does. We're looking at something very bizarre. It almost seems translucent, in my opinion. Let's get the panel's opinions right now. What do you guys got?
All right, this one's pretty sick. I like this. Just coming in from Argentina, again, 2025. This is a phenomenon. This is captured. It looks like some sort of like infrared, but it looks like they're knocking out the infrared sensor to create this black and white, more a matte. Apparently, it brings out more light and you can see things in a different spectrum. Again, I thought maybe this could have been some sort of CGI, but then I'm looking at how this actually all plays out, and you do see the clouds in the background. Everything seems to be matching up, in my opinion, pretty well. If this is an actual UFO, we're looking at something that's pretty incredible. What I like about this too, when you get close and we get a good, really sharp image of this thing, it's clear, and we're seeing these other orbs kind of underneath the craft, kind of really close to it. Could these be maybe the drone ships?
Wow, this is a super amazing catch for a few reasons. First of all, yes, we have seen these Saturn-shaped UFOs before, but they're not very often photographed or videotaped. In 2019, I interviewed the UFO Congress Researcher of the Year, Cheryl Acosta. Her specialty was data. What she reported, which I totally believed, was that the most cited UFO was, of course, the Saturn-shaped. And they're generally much larger, sometimes seen by the moon, for instance, or other things like that. So the fact that we have something this possibly a lot larger than, say, a 30 to 50 foot diameter craft, it is kind of hard to tell with the background of the clouds, but I would imagine it's at least 100 feet diameter, but that is honestly pure speculation. Definitely a fascinating catch because, like I said, it's definitely Saturn shaped. You can see the dome on the top and the bottom.
This ovni, which is found in Argentina, is really incredible to me just because of how pure, bright white it is. But it almost seems to have some sort of like sparkling particles coming off it, like disintegrating off it as it's moving.
Incredible stuff. Now, let's take it out to Colombia of what looks to be some kind of metallic orb. We've been hearing and seeing the evidence of this orb making the rounds on the internet, but I haven't seen this one. And this is coming out of Brazil, and it moves extremely fast. Watch this. Right, what was captured in Brazil still has yet to be explained, but we're looking at something, in my opinion, is seemingly defying the laws of physics. Look how fast this thing takes off. No means of propulsion, perfectly spherical in shape, and in my opinion, it's metallic. I don't know about you guys, but I have no explanation except that this, again, is a legitimate video, and it's a UFO. Guys, what's your thoughts?
All right, let's play this again. This is interesting. We're looking at this. It looks like a metallic ball. I'd estimate maybe the size 30, 20 feet, maybe a little smaller, but it's big. And it's up there, and it looks like your typical, the stainless steel ball. These things that we've been seeing over the past year, our government's even been talking about it. What's the propulsion behind these things? Because we're looking at this thing just static. It sits there up in the sky, maybe about 150, 300 feet, and then it just does this bank from left to right at incredible speeds. Let's look at this again. Boom. We got the close-up. It's just there. Is this... I'm going to throw it out there. It might be CGI, but in my opinion, we're looking at something legitimate. I'm ruling out CGI.
Definitely one of my best catches of the night, and I'll tell you why for a few reasons. We see a few different observables that were mentioned by Lou Elizondo and the UAP Task Force. First of all, we have another typical sphere that looks silver. Of course, we've seen so many of these in the last few months and last few years. There's no typical means of propulsion, and then again, we have this thing going at instant acceleration. Now, unless this thing is using some sort of meta propulsion we don't know, like dark matter, the only sort of explanation that works is something that Albert Einstein taught, Bob Lazar, and even other scientists, which is quantum physics, the unified field theory. Essentially, this is trapped in a gravity distortion bubble. I mentioned it multiple times, an Alcubierre warp bubble. That is why you see the distortion around the craft. One interesting thing, the time dilation is different. What if the occupants of this craft, unless it's an unmanned drone, are actually going much faster than everything outside the bubble? So what if they're merely appearing to accelerate that fast because we're going that slow in time? That is just a theory, but I love this catch.
Whoa, this one moved really fast across the screen here. It seems to be flying way faster than any regular aircraft. And when we zoom in on it, it looks like a metallic ball shape, which I know has been filmed quite a bit, especially around South America. So I'm wondering what's up with that. I mean, there's so many sightings that involve these round metallic balls. And I think I heard a little something before about nanotechnology being used to create these.
All right, now we got something quite crazy. You've heard of the TR-3B. I'm not exactly sure if it is, but indeed it's up there in the sky. Just let's roll the video right now. All right, this thing has 6 lights, glowing plasmic lights in a shape of a triangle. You got this brighter light in the middle of the craft. I believe this is one individual craft, and it's quite large. You could see that the person who's shooting this was filming it off in a distance. He gets a really good close-up of it, and we're looking at it. We're going to enhance the footage. Guys, I want to get your thoughts in this live premiere, including the panel. What's the word?
Here we have what looks to be a triangular shaped craft, almost like a TR-3B, but I'm not sure if this is a TR-3B. It seems to me like there's 2 flat sides, but the back side of it kind of comes in a little bit, so maybe it's not necessarily completely triangular. When I see this light at the bottom of it, it makes me wonder if, that is the sort of source of power for the craft. This is a great one. I like it a lot.
This triangle or TR-3B shaped craft, or more like the 1997 March 13th Phoenix Lights V that was flying, look more similar to the V because of the 5 lights as opposed to the TR-3B with the 1 central light in the middle and the 1 light at each of the end, making for a total of 3. Here, on the other hand, it looks like we have a bit of a hybrid. You have 5 lights, 1 in the middle and 2 going down each side, literally making like a wing, like a flying V, exactly what was seen over Phoenix. However, the difference is this one has a large light underneath. Is that a separate craft or is that part of this one? I love this catch because I have not seen nearly as many that have both attributes as this one does in Brazil.
All right, roll this again. This is so cool. I like this stuff because we can't explain it. And this person that captured this video from Brazil is really showcasing something really unique in the sky. We're looking at this thing, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to throw it out there. Could this be the TR-3B? Well, it kind of really looks similar. We're looking at the triangle-shaped craft with lights surrounding it, and that center red illuminated right there in the middle. Is this the means of propulsion? I don't know. Again, we're looking at something exciting. Are they doing new tests out there in Brazil, the South American region? Because it seems like it's lighting up over there. And we're seeing craft that we don't see anywhere around the world, except in that part of the hemisphere.
All right, now, here's a bizarro one. And let me tell you, I have no explanation. It's quite interesting. And this one's coming out of Mexico. It is just unexplainable, the shape of this object. Just watch it.
Sí, he visto un chingo. Pero esos son globos, güey. No son globos, güey, son cuadrados. ¿A poco los globos son cuadrados? A ver.
Sí, son globos.
Necesitamos encontrar, ver qué...
Dale un puto balazo.
La parida, güey, tiene picos, güey.
Los cuadrados, los globos, güey, los de fiesta.
Vamos a descartar que sean globos, pero...
Y va a una misma altura, güey, porque venía de allá para acá.
Sí se ve raro, pero... A primera vista parecen globos.
Órale, güey, mírate, güey. Mira, ya se emparejó así. O sea, no va para arriba.
Right, let's roll this once again, and we're going to enhance it, get a good close-up of this object. It lasts for quite some time. You can hear from the spectators down on the ground over there in Mexico. They can't believe what they're seeing, and we have no explanation. It's almost shape-shifting, and it almost has this biological nature to it. Is it a living organism? I don't know. Is it some kind of propped-up balloon? I'm not exactly sure. It seems almost... again, organic, and it has this strange shape-shifting characteristic to it. Guys, I want to get your thoughts in the panel right now.
Straight out of Mexico, we're looking at this thing. It's up in the sky. It's about, again, 75, 100 feet up. This thing's stationary. We're not seeing it bob. We're not seeing it kind of like, oscillate like your typical balloon would. This thing's just stationary. It's moving slow. I'd maybe estimate about a mile an hour, and it's just cruising. And this thing's, it's weird. It's bizarre. That's why these people are filming it. It's unidentified. Could it be maybe a stack of balloons? Well, I'm gonna say no, because it's not acting like that. We're looking at these appendages, these spikes. People might say this thing's maybe biological. It's a possibility. It's been talked about. There could be the biologics, and this could be it. Mexico's a strange part of the planet, and they're seeing things that are so bizarre. It just kind of blows my mind. Again, we got so many more videos tonight. Smash that thumbs up. Let's go.
We get so many videos of this particular craft. Same shape, the same particular... I don't even know how to explain what this shape is. I don't know if it's something that can kind of change in form, but it seems to come in to us all the time from Mexico. I'm noticing there's what seems to be some lights on it towards the top, and I don't know if, maybe those are holes that are going through it, but I really can't explain what this sort of thing is. It almost could seem biological in a way.
These jellyfish UFOs are really mind-blowing to me. The first time I think the world heard about them was when we saw that military footage over Kuwait. If I'm understanding what happened there correctly, that was not even visible to the naked eye. I believe that it only appeared in FLIR, and the reason it was dark is because it was cold. So what is happening lately? Are these all of a sudden unmasking themselves and saying, well, you saw us already, so let's show you the rest of us? Are these biological? There's some instances where they seem to be moving, but this one just looks to be structured almost like a flying robot. I am dying to know what these things are, and the question is, have they always been with us, but only recently are showing themselves? What are we getting ready to experience? And I want to say one more thing. I love the fact that we get so much amazing footage from Mexico, Brazil, Chile, Argentina, all of Latin America, because they don't really hide anything like, for instance, they do in the United States. And of course, Europe. Great catch, of course, always bringing it first on Third Phase of Moon.
Absolutely incredible stuff coming in, and that one was a strange one. Now, I know you guys looked at our thumbnail, and it's the showcase of tonight, and this is apparently leaked footage from the 4chan website of what looks to be some kind of crashed vehicle. We have a few photos. We're going to go over them right now, and apparently this is a NHI recovered craft, a non-human intelligent craft recovered. Is this crash retrieval at its finest, and we're seeing the smoking gun footage? In my opinion, we're looking at these photographs, and I think it's legit. These photos, I don't see any manipulation. I don't think it's any kind of AI or anything. The question is it NHI or is it man-made? We're looking at some of the photos here, and they're definitely quite clear. But in my opinion, it seems to be, it's man-made, maybe reverse engineered, maybe some kind of prop, a movie set. Again, there's some indications that this thing was shot down or brought down. You can see the hole in the craft itself. It almost looks like fiberglass. I'm not exactly sure, but again, is this man-made or something not of this earth? I would sure like to see this craft being put out to the public and get a good look at it. Guys, I want to get your opinions in the panel right now. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts on this one are that, at first I was thinking, oh, it's just a photo, maybe it's AI. But really looking at it, an AI photo like this would be a little more perfected, in my opinion. So to me, it really does seem real. And, maybe it's something that a private engineer, scientist created and was messing around with. I really like the last photo here that shows the body of the craft with what seems to be almost like a fiberglass outer shell that is cracked and breaking off it. So that really makes me think that these photos here are legit. Looking at the window in the second photo makes me wonder if maybe this is some military experiment, drone type device, UAP, because I don't know, I think it's interesting that there's a window in it. I kind of feel like maybe ETs wouldn't have windows on their ships, but maybe. So this one's really great. I like this a lot.
This one I have to be very careful on. Okay, we're obviously only seeing stills. Why are we not seeing a video? Obviously, every phone has a video. Not very many cameras are still only these days, and I can't imagine people only carry that kind of camera out there. So it seems pretty clear. The problem is, there's already been a few cases that I've already debunked literally in the last few months of still videos showing what looked to be downed UFO. The crappy thing about having AI and the ability to make these images in seconds, literally just by shooting some prompts, is what's scary. On the other hand, what if this is real? We have to give the benefit of the doubt to people. And where is this being recovered? Meaning, where is it being taken to? I wish we can get some more information, and wouldn't it be great if we could all visit it in person? Unfortunately, these things don't happen. But if this is another real NHI, non-human intelligence craft, well, this just proves the point that these things come down a lot more often than not.
All right, 4chan does it again. They drop these exclusives sometimes, and we got to take a look at it. That's what we do. That's what Thirdphaseofmoon does, and we're looking at something kind of unique. Again, is this, some people, they're saying, I see this in the chat, they're saying if this is indeed real, if this is something that could fly, it's one of ours. We're looking at something kind of cool, and if it's man-made, and if this thing could fly, these are the kind of UFOs Dr. Greer's been talking about, what we've been saying all along, that we have the technology that definitely mimics, basically mirrors alien technology. Pretty badass show tonight. I like this stuff.
Incredible stuff into Thirdphaseofmoon, and let me tell you, if this is a crash retrieval, NHI operated, we're looking at something unprecedented. And this footage, it's provocative. It's coming out of the 4chan network. Again, it's hard to say where the source came from with regards to these photos being leaked. Maybe we could find out more. Maybe you, the public, could help us out, and we'd like to get more information and bring it to you. And let me tell you, it's good to be back. We've been working on a lot of things behind the scenes over the past couple weeks. That's why we haven't been posting. But let me tell you, we're not slowing down. There's so much on the table. We've got some new documentaries about to drop, some blockbuster information that's going to blow you away. Let me tell you, it's going to be insane. And we're going to be announcing our new documentary here real soon. So stay tuned for that. And in the meanwhile, check out Battle for Disclosure. It's available worldwide on all streaming services. The link is below. I want to thank the panel for joining us. Paula, Dr. J, my brother Brent. It's been a wild ride. And let me tell you, we're going to come up with another episode tomorrow. We've got a lot of UFO evidence on the table that's yet to be seen to the public, and we're going to get on it. So give us a big thumbs up on the way out. Let us know your thoughts, your comments. We appreciate you. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. Be safe. Blake Cousins. We'll see you next time.